Hello friends, welcome to the study of English. In this video, you will learn about the play, Spring in Hell, by Homen Borgohain with summary and analysis. The play is about the lives and livelihoods, experiences of the downtrodden, extremely poor, socially degraded, and people who are deprived from their basic needs. Borgohain described all these situations through the characters in the play, who lives in a basti, where they live under difficult circumstances and basic needs are not available there. Most of them live in extreme poverty, which pushed them to adopt wrong way. For such people every day is a struggle, and the mind is occupied with the concern for the next meal. The play begins with Sankar, a journalist, who comes to this basti looking for Monimala, a girl he knew from an earlier time. At first, he meets Himadri, a man who pasts movie posters, and he spends the night with him. He came to know a lot about the people of this basti from Himadri. Sankar saw the dark view of this basti. There were no facilities for women, no environment for education, no facilities of healthcare. The people are just breathing to live. This basti is not less than a hell. He meets Julie, a woman who was once Rahim's wife, but after Rahim left her she was living with her own. Julie, who was actually named Julekha, came with Rahim to this basti with hope and promise, and she had a great faith in Rahim. But Rahim left her, saying he was no longer interested in her, which destroyed Julie completely. Next, Sankar meets Monimala. She was living with her old father and a brother in a very poor condition. Sankar felt sympathy for her situation, after seeing the poverty of her family. He wanted to give some money, but Monimala didn't want to live on his generosity. Sankar and Monimala drifted apart when Niranjan comes to Monimala with a business proposal. Niranjan promised her to make arrangements for the establishment of grocery shop with governmental aid in Jorhat. Monimala and her family went away with Niranjan in Jorhat. Sankar wrote many letters to Monimala, but he didn't receive any reply. Almost 1 year left, and he decided to go to meet Monimala. He reached Jorhat and find out the basti where Monimala lives. When Sankar meets Monimala, she was surprised to see him. Monimala is not doing that business which was described by Niranjan, she was doing a business of selling her body for money. Niranjan's fake promise and her extreme poverty pushed her to that business. She was doing prostitution only for life, and for nothing else. When Sankar meets Julie, he saw that Julie was also doing the same business. She had compelled to become a prostitute by the ugly environment of the society. He saw many people like Monimala and Julie, who were forced to do prostitution and other ugly business by their poor situation. They had been forced to do anything for life. And from where there is no way to out. The neighborhood was filled with people whose lives carried their own stories, everyone was struggling for their basic needs. There were individuals such as Joy, who lived through the weight of petty banditry, whereas the other young man served as an agent between the customers and the people like Julie and Monimala. For the people living in this neighborhood, the satisfaction was born by a good smoke or drink. Homen Borgohain explores the dynamics of social complexity by presenting a generally ignored world through the eyes of Sankar, who becomes both witness and commentator in the story. As the various dimensions of the basti unfold, we come to see the economic and psychological pressures which impinge upon and determine the lives and livelihoods of the people. Such people lives without any respect, any support, like living in a hell in the society.